briefly list the causes of these 38 years or 40 years. Socio-economic instability, socio-economic exclusion. 55% of Ghanaians are not covered by the National Health Insurance Scheme. 60% of Ghanaians are not covered by the National Health Insurance Scheme. 55% of Ghanaians are not captured in the National Identification System. 90% of Ghanaians who are in the informal sector are not included in social security. We have slow, jobless economic growth, mass unemployment and underemployment, graduate unemployment, market failure, cedi depreciation. The Ghana cedi, has lost 99.999% of its value against the US dollar since 1983. We have unsustainable national debt. From HIPIC debt relief in 2005, we are now begging for debt relief in 2020. Infrastructure deficit, urban water shortage, environmental degradation, pollution of our air and water resources, our forest cover is being depleted at an alarming rate, failing public services, teacher shortage, regulatory failure, inadequate protection for the rights of landowners, leaseholders, and consumers of rental accommodation, financial services, and telecommunications, crime and insecurity, a dysfunctional political system, electoral violence, vigilantism, and vote buying, corruption and public distrust of government, and systemic failures of justice and law enforcement. As a consequence of these, today I want to share with you some 10 brief points taken from our manifesto, which will guide you to the kinds of change the Convention People's Party intends to bring to our beloved country. Under governance, we will take another look at this constitutional review process. We will freeze all Article 71 ex gratia payments pending a review. We will immediately implement the right to the information bill. We will freeze the sale of all government property to civil servants and public servants and political appointees. We will also review such past sales and reclaim such state properties, especially land. Under infrastructure, we shall complete all proper infrastructure projects begun by previous governments. We shall directly offer state support for the creation of factories in strategic areas to create productive and permanent jobs. Under food and agriculture, we will offer our farmers a guaranteed market and a fair price for a wide range of food and cash crops, as was done to produce cocoa's miracle. We will also place a moratorium on the importation of chicken and rice imports within a year. Under the economy, taxation, and investment, much is dependent on our financial situation, but we intend to review and or remove all tax exemptions to foreign-owned companies. Review and reduce corporate tax from 25% to 20% for Ghanaian-owned businesses, and VAT to 10% or progressively to single business. We will consider the increase in tax on foreign exchange remittances sent out by foreign businesses. We will consider a rise to 25% retention of foreign exchange proceeds by foreign companies. We will introduce a special tax on telecommunications infrastructure. We will remove the communication talk tax and replace it with a VAT on handsets. And we will add no further debt for paying old loans or to pay for recurrent expenditures. Under fisheries, we will strongly consider a ban on all foreign fishing trawlers from Ghana's economic fishing zone and issue licenses to only Ghanaian-owned fishing vessels. We will ban all tear trawling activities. Under health, we will extend health insurance to all Ghanaians. Under the extractive industry, we will consider the imposition of a gold bullion tax of 10% on all gold mines. We will evaluate and review all oil and other mining contracts. We will review and will enforce the laws with respect to foreigners operating in medium to small scale artisanal mining. Under housing, we will introduce a mass social housing schemes aimed at 200,000 units per year. Under a national database, we will merge all registers in the country. We will create a universal civil registration and expedite the process of bringing together all scattered data in registrations into one database. We will merge the birth and death register with the National Identification Authority, and we will start a national land and property valuation exercise. Under education, we will introduce and enhance free education from preschool all the way to tertiary level, including a massive free adult education and mass literacy program. This is just a snapshot of our policies, reflecting our approach and our direction. People of Ghana, December 2020, the choice is crystal clear. We urge the Ghanaian voter to master the courage of their truest convictions and cast their ballots in favor of the Convention People's Party, number 4 on the ballot. If you, the people of Ghana, fail to give the needed electric shock treatment, you will get the same old NDC and NDP, the same old chop-chop, the same old divisiveness, the same old policies, and the same old disappointing results. People of Ghana, the time for the electric shock treatment on December 7th fast approaches. Let us give them a proper electric shock, a shock they will never recover from and never ever forget. A vote for the CPP is a vote for yourself.